the strength of the draft coming out from RWE is going to hit its maximum potential because you have long-range bursts coming in from Tunski, you have long-range bursts coming out from Danny as well, and there is an escape mechanism coming out from Fleur as well. So let's see how this game is going to go. The laning phase is so important for both sides.
Yeah, it's going to be huge for them, right? I mean, to your point of RWE, though, if they actually pull this game off, you know, taking it to Nongshim and being able to beat their meta draft, I think that would be so demoralizing for Nongshim. They would be in a world of hurt. Being able to pick their best heroes and not being able to take out RWE here, that would be an awful situation for them.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I think right now, I like the thought process of RWE, right? We want to have the support coming from Fleur. They want Tunski to have that advantage in lane. He needs to be a higher level than compared to what they have on Nongshim. That way, his couple blades will hurt a lot more, and there is a deterrence to taking team fights coming out from Nongshim.
Yeah, and if you're looking to see what the strategy is of course, it's the Ogren show, right? Let HoK do his thing. Let him farm, take all the middle lane. Oh, but solo in the bottom lane. Oh, he's going to be fine.
Oh, this is going to be the first blood. Illusion gets the game going for the side of Nongshim. And here we go. That was the replay itself. Small difficulty there, but Siri, he baits them in, gets the escape, and Illusion gets the first blood.
Okay, so the ambush was about to go. I mean, they made a nice little rotation there. They were going to get themselves that. But Fleur actually threw out the Sea of Fate. He was just like teleported out of there, and Danny like didn't. He was too far from the portal to click himself back to safety. So unfortunate for him, he goes down, giving up first blood. Not the greatest start for RWE in that bottom lane.
Yeah, but textbook execution from Nongshim, right? One of the main people you want to shut down is the farm lane. And Danny, of course, suffers the first blood. He's going to lose a couple of creeps, so he's going to be under level, and he's not going to have as much gold compared to Siri, right? And we all know Siri, if Siri gets ahead, he is not to be trifled with. He's a death ball.
Yeah, he's very strong. I mean, he's going to be able to do his damage here. But in the bottom lane, a little bit more action just going in. But Siri, I think that with that first blood, I think that they're, you know, in a great situation. Siri right now definitely has that lead, you know, in that bottom lane.
Yep, and it's going to have a trickle-down effect, right? So right now, Tunski may be getting caught out in the middle, will move away, will give up a second kill potentially, and will be taken down as well. Tunski, the second victim, because Nongshim right now, they have hit a stride. 1,000 gold ahead. Is this lead going to go even bigger?
Yeah, what a great start for them. I mean, Siri getting that other kill, but oh, HoK looking to fight.
Okay,
the path
looking for that punish as well, but HoK makes it alive. And Nongshim not punished 2-0, still holding steady.
Look, if it was me, and I'm not to say that I'm a pro-level player, I would have gone for it. I would have tried to kill HoK, because I think that he is the win condition on that one. I think that you try to kill him as close as possible. Maybe you do dive, and maybe you do, you know, you might not be able to get it, but I think it's worth taking a risk for, because HoK is the type of player, once he gets going, it's very difficult to stop, especially on an armor.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, okay, Arise, the reason why he might not have gone for that, simply because he already has additional farm, right? He's at an advantage, he's level 7 ahead of HoK. HoK's like half a level behind him, so I don't think that risk was worth the reward, especially if he died.
Yeah, but Arise, you know, on the pay, you turn into a tiger, not a chicken. See what I did there? Okay, anyways, but I would have gone for it. I think it's totally worth the risk. I think Arise, you need to take a little bit more, you know, a calculated risk, be a little bit more aggressive so that you do try to get as much, do as much damage as possible and getting those pickoffs, because it's going to be very important going into this one, because you're starting to fall behind. That net worth lead is starting to grow in favor of Nongshim as they get even more and more aggressive. But the Tyrant here, easily picked up by RWE.
Yep, so they will give that trade, right? They give up the Crimson Golem for the Tyrant. I think that's a fair trade, right? But they have to make something else happen. Get a turret, get a kill, something else. Because as it stands now, while they have the Tyrant, it's not going to matter that much. There isn't a huge advantage to be had. And right now, they're going to try again on the bot lane. 3v2, not enough damage. Sea of Fate used by the side of Fleur, and it looks like this is not going to work out.
Yeah, not going to be working out. But look at Nongshim. They're looking to kind of flank around. HoK is making his way into the enemy jungle, just taking everything from them. But look at the blue buff. This is something to take note of. RWE, all 5 members are kind of grouping up, but man, they're going in.
Yep, 7gen, he tries to go for it, will not survive. He gets taken out by HoK, that last hit by the Seer State as well. And with the path of passing, he will make his way out at the same time. So Nongshim, very clean, very calculated, 3-0 up. It's a sizable lead now at 2,000 gold.
Yeah, tough. I mean, 7jin tried. I mean, he had a nice two-man truth, but the follow-up damage wasn't there. The rest of them weren't on the same page in terms of getting the prioritization of who needed to have died. A difficult situation trying to take down Haku because
Oh my god!
Siri,
Tunski! Yeah, that was huge.
okay, that's a bit of an ambush. That's one way of getting back in, and you have that potential burst. Siri, much more squishy than, say, the Haku.
Yeah, but these situations don't present themselves that often, right? Especially when you're going up against a draft like RWE's. Single man pickups, I don't think that's going to happen really often. And Nongshim, they want a death ball. They want to get in a group. And 7jin might be the victim right here. The push away coming in from Arise as well. But it's not going to be enough. 7jin takes the fall, and Haku takes another kill in his name.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to get the kill, but now they've taken the red buff. I mean, RWE have done a good job of realizing that, hey, if kills are going to happen, we got to make sure that we just take advantage of the space. They've taken the bottom T2. They pushed that out. That's a good amount of space for them, but even more action in the mid lane.
Yep, it's a horrible position for them to take. Rise gets a revenge kill here. They're going to be using the Unending Sorrow to try and make it away. Right now, Tunski does not have that Reforged Blades ready just yet, and I think this is going to be the end of the aggression for now.
Yeah, end of the aggression here. But look at that net worth lead. Less than, or it's about a K still. Still kind of fluctuating. It was bouncing a little bit in favor of RWE. They're finding ways to get themselves in. The bottom T2 going down is a lot of net worth gone, shifted in favor of RWE. They've done a good job of the space that's been given to them. They need to be aggressive. I think that the longer this goes, it's going to be more difficult for Nongshim.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think at this point, the big question for the side of Ruffle era is, can they allow Danny to farm? Because Danny has not been able to get too much farm across the map, right? Every single position has been a silent threat from the side of Nongshim. You don't know where Haku is. He's pretty much hiding in brushes all the time.
Yeah, but I would want him to be even more aggressive in terms of net worth. He's actually, kind of falling behind Danny, right? Arise has done such a good job of farming, and is this the counterplay, right? And look at the bottom lane, it's getting sieged here by Nongshim.
Well, it's a decent trade, but I don't think it's the best, especially if they're able to get the T2 on the top as well. Looks like they're not going to push it too hard. RWE, they're going to split that aggression and try and move Nongshim across the map instead.
Yeah, no real chance. Floor gets himself out of there. He's done a great job of just being able to use that Sea of Fate to get himself back to safety. But keeping the T1s alive, super important. Danny actually has to go back to safety, but man, that red buff, looks like there's going to be a little bit of a duel there.
Yep. At this point, I think Nongshim, the best thing to do right now is actually to take a fight, because Danny has used his infinite fastness, and that's a huge ultimate to be gone at this point. So if they can get the stuns coming in from Illusion maybe, or maybe even Siri with his ultimate, it will be a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, it would be huge, but again, Danny needs to play a bit safer, realizing that it is on cooldown, right? So just kind of pushing things out. Nongshim are being aggressive in that top lane, but it creates space in the bottom area. Arise able to pick up a free Tyrant there, finding ways to get themselves that farm. And again, this net worth lead is really starting to dwindle.
Yeah, it's less than 1,000 at this point. But objectives are also really important, the neutral ones especially, and it looks like Haku will kickstart that Overlord. And right now, it is just Kyung against the entire lineup of RWE.
Yeah, and the Overlord picked up with all that space. If anything, Kyung9 stays alive. He probably would have lost that duel if he kept on fighting with Arise. Arise looking to split push, taking advantage of all that space, doing a great job of, taking as much farm as possible and keeping on pace. He's got a level advantage over Haku, 13-12.
Wow, he's keeping on pace. But anyway, you know what? RWE, I really like the positioning. They're always in a position where they can kind of pincer out Nongshim. I'm just really curious why they have not chosen to do it, right? At this point, the pincer style positioning works in favor of RWE. It allows so much opportunity for 7jin to come in, get the truth onto multiple members, and maybe you take a big team fight. And couple blades coming from Tunski, that's something that you're going to be hating on the side of Nongshim.
Yeah, and look, Nongshim right now are kind of running back and forth. They've been split throughout. RWE have such a good split pushing lineup that it's tough to kind of put people down, right? You have to fix all of the lanes before you make any sort of push. Looks like they're going for the middle and the bottom to kind of push things out. Danny had pushed the top, so that T2 top is going to take some serious damage. But here's the Tyrant that's going to be going on here.
Yep, right now it is going to be 7 Jin. He catches 2, but there's no follow-up damage. And at this point, there is a different threat. The T3 on the top being hit down by Danny, but it looks like Tyrant's going to be of utmost importance for this side of Nongshim. They get the kill on the Arise. No follow-up damage. It is going to be the Tyrant going in. But Danny, he gets the steal. He gets that T3, and it's a huge, big win for the side of RWE, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, you might have survived, but you've lost 3 members, right? And you lost the Tyrant. Yeah, the top T3 is open, and that's going to be a constant nuisance, a thorn in Nongshim's side, so to speak. But now they're looking to push the bottom T3. Maybe they look for the equalizer here.
Yep, they can definitely hold, but not if Fleur dies. And this is going to be a trade immediately for that T3 as it's Danny against the world. He flashes in, tries to get his Infinite Vassas, will get it out. The stuns did not come in combination. And right now, this is the return fire. They will not be able to catch too much mobility on the side of Nongshim, and they even it out straight away.
Yeah, Danny right now playing the Loom to its maximum, getting that kill, gets a burst, Infinite Vastness to safety. He's going to be fine. This is what you want to see out of your Loom. Yes, they've lost the bottom T3, but they've just traded. At this point, they're going to be neck and neck. Net worth, though, has kind of shifted in favor of Nongshim because of all those kills and, of course, the Shadow Tyrant. Super important for them to get in, but look at Arise looking to continue to just kind of kite them from afar.
I don't think they can do it at this point. RWE, this is a risky position to take, right? Especially considering the net worth lead and the map control that they have. This is not a good time to die, right? RWE, they need to play this extremely safe. Just get the T1 in the mid and get out.
Yeah, they're looking to do it. They did not get it. Probably a couple more shots before, but the Sea of Fate on out made it a little bit faster getting out of that mission, so to speak. But it looks like Nongshim being aggressive, continuing to death ball, putting a little bit of pressure now on RWE's T1.
Yep, they have to, right? At this point, I think that the biggest concern for me on the side of RWE is the fact that I don't think Danny has enough damage yet, right? He was going up 1v1 against HoK, just trading blows, and did not do as much damage as I think they would have hoped to. But here's a consolation prize. They get the T1 in the mid.
They finally got it. That's a huge one, at least as a strategic objective. It opens up a lot of the map here, but looks like they
nice catch!
Kyung.
Yep, Kyung, he's going to try and survive, but the damage is too much. 7 Jin gets a shutdown. This is a big moment for the side of RWE. They might want to contest his Crimson Golem. No, they will not. 7 Jin, he has to run for his life. Manages to slide out, and here we go. Oh, the Eye of the Whirlpool saved the day. Gets the kill on a Siri as well, and this is a big macro play coming out from RWE. This could be the winning blow that they deal to Nongshim.
I mean, playing the Dachao to its maximum potential. That's exactly what you wanted to have done, right? Like, Nongshim, they want to just kind of deathball you. They want to stick as a 5-man and just run at you, but they're not able to do that because they're being pulled from all over the different places. If we're looking at the vision score for this one, I mean, we're seeing exactly just what, the Kyung9 has been, for the forward scout, he's been able to spout them out most of the time. I mean, he has the highest vision score, but usually that kind of adds up a lot in terms of the map control. Floor has done a great job on the RWE side. I think he had an even higher score than Kyung9 with 38. But this is something that you need to take note of because having that map control, super important. And it looks like they've turned the game on its head. RWE are looking to kind of push down at least this bottom T3 with that Shadow Vanguard.
Yep, make no mistake, even though the goal is pretty much even, it is RWE in the lead right now. They're just looking for that opening. They will get this T3, Sea of Fate used. The Dacha will go back. Fleur manages to send himself back. Now, the thing is, how much aggression does RWE want to put? 7 Jin once more, he goes in, but it's going to be the unending sorrow, put down a defensive measure. And right now, they manage to push them back and get a kill maybe. It is Fleur, gets the kill, but it's just a roam. Danny will get the return kill onto Faye. Flies to the sky, gets out, and still, Nongshim at the back foot.
Yeah, like, while Floor did end up dying on that one, not able to see a Fate back to safety, but Danny, again, like, you think that you've got Danny locked down, but then he's able to just kind of infinite vastness on back. It's very demoralizing because you're like, I can just blow this guy up, but he just gets through their fingers almost every single time. Being able to survive is Danny's, like, superpower, and being able to do that, super important for him because he's, like, your carry. You got to keep him alive. He's going to do all the damage, and he's going to win you the game if you keep him alive.
Okay, it is not going to be a steal coming out, and it's committed. Ultimate's Illusion does not have the Unending Sorrow anymore, and right now RWE in a good position to maybe get a catch, but Kyung9, he catches him out instead. It's going to be 7jin, makes it out safely. CFA going to send him back, and RWE maintain this advantage they have fought so hard for the past 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's been tough, right? Nongshim right now, they've been kind of, I would say rattled, right? This strategy has been super annoying. They've been able to split push. They've been able to kind of push you around and control things. They don't really want to fight, as it looks like. Oh, they do find Danny.
Yep, Danny taken down Tunski as well. This is a big mistake coming up from RWE, and Nongshim happily obliges. Fleur is gone for no. He will have that Sea of Fate. Was it Sea of Fate? No, I don't know how he got out, but he did. And right now, it's still punishment, right? For the side of RWE, and maybe even more. 7jin gets stunned up, and here we go, Unending Sorrow, and Siri changes the whole game for the side of Nongshim.
Yeah, it's one thing to push, though, and they're doing this with only 2 members. Siri is actually starting to hit that critical mass where he can do some serious damage, but you gotta be always conscious of where the lanes are. The bottom and the top were both pushed. Kyung9 had gone to the top lane. It looked like Haku had gone to the bottom, but this is the replay, kind of seeing exactly how they were going to go. RWE, they really can't take this this team fight, right? It's a tough situation for them. They're not able to do it. Once, Danny had gone down, it was a matter of time. Tunski just got killed as well, so now they're being pushed. This is an opportunity for Nongshim to potentially end the game, but you gotta kind of, herd the sheep, so to speak, so that they're in one situation. If it advances, go aggressive.
Yep, they will try. Arise going one-on-one, but it's not enough damage. Nobody is supporting him, and right now he gives his first life, probably the second as well, with the CS state taken down. And even though there is a lot of control coming out from RWE, it is still Nongshim all the way. Here we go. Powerful passing to get out, and at this point, RWE survived, but Nongshim definitely have turned the tables.
Yeah, turn the tables. I mean, they've lost 2 members each. It's an equal trade, but there's no T3s left. Everything has been kind of, their base is in ruins, and now they need to figure out some way to defend. Now it's going to be tougher to split push because every single lane will be pushing. Obviously, they have, Nongshim have that mid T3, which will kind of slow down at least that mid lane for Nongshim, but they need to be careful when they make any sort of push. This Overlord is going to be picked up pretty huge at 17 minutes, and now the net worth lead is slowly grown to about 3K in Nongshim's favor.
Yep, I think at this point, the goal difference does not matter because both Danny and Siri have hit the full itemization, right? Both of them have hit 10K. The question now is, I think Siri has the Sage's Sanctuary. I don't remember if Danny has one. And right now, the extra life is going to be of big importance for the side of Nongshim.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty huge here. I mean, with those Vanguards, the super minions are pushing, right? But with that Vanguard, it's going to be a little bit more of a situation. But Faye,
Yep, he gets caught out as well. 7jin, he goes in, but it's not enough damage. No communication coming in. Tunski, who did not get the couple plates down in time, and Arise caught in no man's land. Kyung9 gets the knockup as well, chases in. Can they get the kill? As the Tiger, really mobile, he's going to get out. But nonetheless, they are 4 members strong only against the 5 members strong Nongshim.
Yeah, they were trying. They thought Faye was in a bad spot, but he's able to heartlink, away, get himself back to safety, and just kind of delay things for Haku, the real monster, the damage dealer, to kind of go in to do that. Now they're looking to close out this game as they just waiting for those minions now.
Yep, and there's a lot of life bars to burn from the side of Nongshim, right? RWE, yes, they have a ton of damage, but they don't have enough control. It's really hard to get the lockdown on any of the members on the side of Nongshim. Nongshim, as you can see, they're playing really tight, but not huddled up in one spot where it is the dream scenario for Tunski.
Yeah, I mean, super minions on all lanes right now being pushed in. This is going to be a tough situation. How do they defend here?
They're going to give it a try. Arise trying to go in against Haku, but Haku gets the ultimate down as well. Arise taking out 7jin. He makes the effort, goes in. Where's the damage? Where is no one getting the damage in? And 7jin will be taken out, and it looks like Nongshim will be pushed here. Danny goes in with the Empire Blasters. A big play, but it does not matter. Not big enough because Haku and Kyung9 still alive. They want to take lesser risk, so they will reset Siri now on the outskirts of the base. They're looking for the next big player.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking for this one. They're going to kind of go for the base, but they've been pulled away. They do have the backdoor protection. Haku chasing after them, though.
Yep, there's no life to be had. Tunski cannot do it. Haku gets a CS state, gets that finishing blow as well, and it looks like it does not matter. Oh, at this point, he's gonna try Fleur. He's gonna try and pull the attention away, but it does not matter at this point because Fleur is gonna give his life, and there's still creeps. The minions are in the base, and Arise cannot do anything about it. Nongshim take game 1.
Wow, that was so back and forth. To be honest, there were moments where Rough World Era thought they might have had it.